As the war progresses on to its 12th day, the president of the Iranian country, the Iranian administration, Masoud Pezeshkian, has said it has understanding almost three situations or three understandings will be considered if a ceasefire or a understanding between all the sides and the actors to be reached. First of all is the recognition of Iran's legitimate rights, a formal acknowledgement of Iran's rights, particularly regarding its security and, according to earlier statements, its right to nuclear enrichment. Second being the payment of war reparations, all the damages that has been done for it to be cleared in some kind of monetary exchange, as well as guarantees against any kind of future aggression which should not take place. I want to begin with Norman Floyd Barnes. What are the updates that you have from the U.S. side? We know that the world is embracing for a longer war. However, Donald Trump, the U.S. president, is saying that he wants to step out of this war, given that 12th day has already passed. I want to begin with Norman Floyd Barnes.
Yes, good morning from Washington, D.C. Congress yesterday, they had a closed door section, gag order put on them, briefing on the war. And the conclusion of that meeting revealed that we are spending $1 billion a day, up to about 11, I think it was about 11 or $12 billion to spend so far. And there's no explanation of why. Congress has not been able to extract a legitimate reason why we involved in this controversy. At the same time, 15 million people are without medical care here in the United States, and the cost of gas and everything is going up. I believe the Brent crude has went up to $100 today as a result of the Strait of Hormuz ships being attacked. Two to three tankers been attacked so far. There's been casualties resulting in that, and the insurance companies are not going to insure any tanker trying to navigate through that area, even though the president has mentioned about naval escorts. So the war goes on. It's a situation now. Who can hurt each other worse? So the Iranians are hitting us very hard. Let you know, the first indication came of a cyber attack, the first a legitimate one claimed by the Iranian company that they have hit the American medical
Yes.
supply company called Stryker, who has over 53,000 employees worldwide, with a legitimate cyber attack, which basically cut off all the communications, the information for the medical equipment they have around the world, and all of the employees' phone has been put back into the reset mode, factory reset mode. So this is the first of many things that is occurring as a result of the war. You can expect more of these type of cyber attacks. The government here, the intelligence, it has put out notices to major organizations, major businesses, and government officials that we are now under siege.
The situation of the global order and the important statement that came, United States of America becoming slaves of Israel. I want to get a small answer from Norman Floyd Barnes. You were hearing Advocate Mohsen Rashid. What are some of the reactions that you felt when the guest in the studio was talking about these issues? There are more issues that I will come to you later, but I want to know the strategic losses the United States is facing. How do you think Donald Trump will address this in the face of the people, where he could have avoided this war? He had built up tension for almost 2 weeks before taking out the supreme leader. What is your observation?
My observation is that we are in a very dangerous situation. The economy is at risk. We have issues here in the United States that has not been addressed, and now we are spending billions, trillions of dollars fighting a war that no one understands. The people here do not understand why we are engaging in this type of of activity that will bring, the only thing we're getting out is just higher prices, and the sons and daughters are being bought back in body bags. So it's not something that we agree with. More importantly, we can't understand, and people can't understand why we are engaged in it, and what is the outcome? What is the exit plan? There's no one who's been able to explain an exit plan, a date, a time, a concept, or anything. We are just responding to what's going on. And it appears that this is not going to fare well for the United States economy. We are killing people over there. We're killing people. We're blowing up objects. I'm not even going to say they're real objects. There's some of these have been counterfeit plastic stuff that have been put there as decoys. They spending millions of dollars to blow up a $2 piece of plastic. And we are gaining, but we are losing at the same time credibility, and also we losing favor with the Gulf states. At some point in time, they're going to say enough is enough, and they're going to want out of this situation. Have you
Of course.
noticed that these attacks have been in the Gulf State is to impede and to influence and impact the economic situation in the Gulf region, to have a direct effect on the pressure on the Trump administration to get out of this situation? However, the situation with Israel is more of a infrastructure issue. They are not putting out
Right.
information on exactly the devastation that is happening in Israel. They are being attacked with this new technology from China and the precision direction navigation from Russia. There will be now the next stage of the hypersonic missiles will be utilized to basically make pinpoint accuracy attacks on Israel. So Israel is in a very bad situation. Yes, they are now attacking Lebanon, trying to do
Yes.
the same. The word is yesterday that they are using the same tactics they use in Gaza in there. Children are being killed. People are being decimated. So they're doing the same thing that they did in Gaza in Lebanon. So
Right.
the world is watching this. So we need to look at and see exactly what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we sitting here tolerating and seeing the same thing over again? They say, a prescription for madness is that you keep doing the same thing over and over again. Well, we are hyper mad. This situation is being repeated, and there's no solution. There's no end game. It's just a process of war, war, war with no results. And hopefully they can get out of this situation. Right now, I don't know. We're talking about President Trump. When he decides when he's going to get out of the war, the situation is right now, when you're at war, you are not the only person that decide.
Of
We
course.
now in a situation now, we at a war that people now, the people we are attacking, we are fighting, are now fighting back. They will determine when they stop fighting back. We can stop, but I don't think it's going to end that way.